Today, from the Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense. These guys and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
On first down, Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Point after 4-play drive that time. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get the football. Here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 5 catches, 84 yards.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving yards. And in a league that throws the ball around like crazy, number 9 is a good number.
Kamara's got the first down and then some. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
On second down, Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. The last run, 2nd and 4. Here and look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think he should.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Now back to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
2nd and 9 now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start in the Motor City. Detroit playing host to Green Bay in an NFC North matchup. And it's the Packers who have the lead as that game approaches halftime. Aaron Rodgers, a touchdown pass there. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. The Bears looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And that game all even as they host the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His guys have the lead on the road in the Big Easy as we get you back over to the Superdome and Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, by the way,
is taken in by his running back. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
On third down, here's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara,
his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point safely through. And the lead is now 10-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Touchdown! Antonio Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And that makes it 14-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And complete, right side to Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Again, this is Kamara. And no room to put it up to the 47. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. This is caught by Evans. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Trask now.
Flushed out right. It's Miller, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He was out of arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his...
So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Brady to throw again. And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Brady now on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession.
With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And they go play action. Here's Trask.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Buccaneers look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. He'll drop to throw. And this is Cook with the ground.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Brady going to throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they're going to hurry
back to the line now. The LSU man Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. On play action, now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. In the hands of Kamara. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 5. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing is done.
So for the Bucs, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half.
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 7 of the taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receiver get into the end zone.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
Here we go, here we go.
While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
first down. Brady. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
A big play that time on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Hey, that's like 20.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Evans has it left side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He's going deep for Brown.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Again, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete.
That's at least a couple of times.
Bruce Arians taking exception to that last call, and he's going to throw out the challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. So that... Brady now on first down. And a catch right side by Evans. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Brady going to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Here's Brady. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Brady again. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. This is caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Final play of the half here. Trask to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They'll throw now on the final play. Slant route to Miller. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front as the 2 teams have gone to halftime. Rondale Moore, a touchdown in that first half. From there, we'll take the trip east to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And it was the visiting L.A. Rams who get the victory in that one. Cam Akers, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this third quarter of play. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. On play action, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back position. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Flush to his right. It's Miller, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Trask. He's got the hook up to Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On second down, here's Mixon.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. A third quarter now, and a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Again, it's Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Trask now looks to throw on 1st down.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Trask to throw it.
Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. Now he steps away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic 3rd and long after that last sack.
Operating from the gun. Brady. Airing this one out for Evans.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going to let it go again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum.